It's Mike Grandin. We're back with the last show, MITech TV, of 2022. Yes, Matt wants to take a little time off, and I certainly do. I've been battling the flu, and it's been quite a taxing year. So I'm looking forward to spending a little time with friends and family and getting a recharge. The first guest today is from Lawrence Technological University. I'll let Matt do the intros and the setup, and then we'll ask Pavo a few questions about what's going on with this event coming up on Friday. Take it away, Matt.
All right. Well, we want to welcome to MITechNews.TV Pavlo Sebro, who is Associate Professor in LTU's College of Business and Information Technology. And Pavlo's going to talk to us today about a big event for high school students that is taking place Friday on LTU's campus. That happens to be the day after the last day of classes at LTU, which is this Thursday. And then Friday, we've got 900 high school students coming in to talk business at LTU. So Pablo, tell us a little bit about this event on Friday, if you would, please.
Sure. So hello, everyone. And so we are hosting on campus this event called DECA competition. And DECA stands for Distributive Education Clubs of America, which is an organization that helps organizing and host these events nationally and internationally and regionally. So I believe this will be a fourth edition that LTU is hosting this event, which will be for high school students, mostly from Oakland County high schools. And in the past, we had this event all day long for just under 1,000 participants. So I believe the numbers will be pretty close for the same year. So we're expecting to have on campus up to 1,000 students, plus of course teachers, parents will join them, and event will be run with almost 100 judges. So the format of this event, it's a subjects business related competition, but it will have its own tracks. So all key areas in business, finance, marketing, entrepreneurship, general business, and students will be divided into teams. And within each track, all the teams will be given an opportunity to work on a business case, kind of real situation for a company. And they will have quickly understand the problem the company is facing and come up with some resolution ideas, give some perspective on the problem, apply some critical thinking, and then the judges will go through the presentations made by each student team, and end of the day, obviously there will be some winners and runner-ups, and so the results will be made. So this is a day-long event from early morning all the way through Friday. So this coming Friday.
Seems like pretty. Just going to say, it seems like a pretty sophisticated competition for high school students. I mean, because I know a lot of college students that have a hard time figuring out what's going on with business, let alone high school. So are these specially selected high school students?
This is actually a really wonderful question. So this is extracurricular activity for students, and mostly it's a self-selection of students who are college bound or just have genuine interest in business domain. So a lot of the knowledge that these students come towards this competition is really beyond the classroom in most cases. So students build up themselves in a discipline that they're passionate about. And it can come in many forms: extra reading, mentoring by teachers, maybe somebody in the family, work in the field, let's say in finance, and encourage students to learn. But you're absolutely right, Mike, that these students are really prepared beyond average, typical high school student. So that's more like a college level knowledge that they have to come up with for this competition. So we're really getting these 1,000 participants are really, I would say, in the top end of the high schools that they're represented here. So you're absolutely right.
Huh.
And there are literally dozens of competitive events, right, in DECA. They fall under 5 broad buckets: business management and administration, hospitality and tourism, entrepreneurship, marketing, and finance.
That's correct.
But just in marketing, there are probably 20 different competitions that you can join. You could basically, what the students here are devising business plans and marketing plans, right?
That's correct. So all of these 5 categories, they further broken down into subcategories. So in finance, this can be track for investing, for personal finance, for corporate finance, and the same applies for other 4 categories as well. So students can pursue one particular category. There are some teams who will be competing in few nominations, few categories, and that's very typical too. So we definitely get bright kids, and they are ambitious and really try to make most out of this event on Friday.
So who serves as judges for these tournaments?
So judges in the past, we would have many volunteers coming from the industry directly. So we have experts who work for local businesses in respective disciplines. So we have specialists who work in finance, in marketing, in other divisions of local businesses who come over to campus. Many faculty volunteer as well. So all the judges are experts in their respective areas, of course, and this makes even more fun for students as they get feedback as they present and work in these cases. So it's more of a dialogue. It's less than some drill exercise or exam-like type of exercise and activity, but more like interactive with the judges and the teams. So the judges are experts, either faculty side or experts from the field in the area.
And you were saying that we were chatting before this started. You were saying that this is a regional competition, and for the winners, then they go on to a state level competition. Is that correct?
So the way DECA is structured, so competition begins with regional branches or locations, let's call it this way, and the winners then, one of the awards is that winners are allowed then participate in the state level competition, and the winners of that one can proceed to the national, which is usually held in California and Anaheim or Washington, D.C. in the past years. And all U.S. is also international. So some kids from abroad come to compete into the U.S. as well. So that's the progression in this DECA competition.
Huh.
Okay. And I noticed, being a marketing guy myself, there's all different kinds of marketing competitions by industry segment, which I thought was interesting. There's apparel, automotive, businesses, business services, food marketing, retail merchandising, sports and entertainment marketing. I mean, you could dive into whatever kind of business you think you might be interested in as an adult, right? When you're in high school, through this thing.
Yep. And actually, even more, Matt, all of this competition, all the assignments are designed by DECA not as an abstract, fictitious company, really just out of the textbook bunch of examples, but it's really tailored towards the real world and based off somewhat realistic case, a business problem that students are supposed to solve. So it's really very practice, real life oriented activity, which makes it even more fun, I believe, for students and judges.
Now, do some of these students then go on to enroll, at least apply to Lawrence Tech? Does that happen?
That would be great. I mean, having great students join us, it's always great and welcomed by faculty. It's fun to work with real ambitious and smart students. But numbers-wise, I do not have the statistics or just connect really how many really go on to join LTU. But I would believe having students in campus, and they're local, so from Oakland County. So I would imagine, yes, few of them choose us as a school for future studies.
Well, and to me, what's interesting about this is that the whole thing is infused with entrepreneurship. Students are encouraged to think entrepreneurially. And it's sort of the kind of employability skills that traditional formal classes might miss, like creativity and problem solving and communication skills, right?
Oh, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
students
does
have to
does
think
the
it's another.
does the event still need any volunteers, or are we all set on that for Friday's event?
Again, I cannot think top of my head. There was a sign-up sheet created a long time ago, and many people. So usually in the past we would have over subscription of judges, but there's no such thing as too many judges because last moment things can be shuffled and changed. So I do believe for this year we do have enough people sign up, but it's always great to have a few backup people who can just come over on campus and be part of the event.
I was going to say, so if people are interested in doing this and they'd like more information, how do they find that?
I believe through the LTU website. If you can just go to ltu.edu and search through DECA in the search line, that'll bring you to the page dedicated to this event. And there should be a link there for like a sign up document that you can add your name and contact information to volunteer for Friday. So I think it's open through the Friday as well. So I think people can volunteer into judging this event even now or tomorrow before Friday. So,
and for the judges, what they get out of it? Just the fact that they're interacting with these really bright high school students, and what sort of the feedback from them? What do they typically say or get out of this?
Yeah, great question. So I think it's more for community outreach and sort of a community service by the industry experts that they give back a little bit educationally to students. So obviously we have many people who are in the middle and senior level managerial positions. So for them, any kind of compensation out of this event is trivial, honestly. So I think it just really having fun, giving back a little bit to high schoolers and, provide some feedback, help them grow professionally. And so I think that's the purpose of participating there. And it's not huge commitment. So we're respectful of judges' time. So all the volunteers, we try not to overuse those people all day long because it's a burnout and too much work. So obviously, each volunteer probably going to work on 2-3 sessions for an hour or two, and that's it. So we try to be thoughtful and respectful of people's time.
So you're a finance guy by what you teach at LTU, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you think of some of the finance ideas that these students are coming up with? What do you see as the level of sophistication among, basically teenagers, high school students?
Great question. So I've been myself a judge a couple of years in this event. And what I really liked about some of the solutions that just a creativity, because like, let's say there's a lack of subject knowledge that expectedly might be happening for high school students who probably didn't have enough coursework done in the area. And this is greatly overcompensated by some unorthodox creative thinking. So it might not make commercial sense possibly, but just the whole idea that they have this fresh look on some solutions is quite entertaining. So I think that's really something that's often missing in some of the classes where I teach, that some students are probably less creative. I should put this way. These are the best students coming to DECA event. So I think as a group, being the smartest, they come up with definitely some unexpected ways on performing, which is really eye-opening. And creativity is obviously a big part of it.
All right, we're coming up to the end of the segment, so I'm going to give you a 1-minute shameless plug here to talk about LTU's College of Business and Information Technology and why you think students should go there.
Well, we are a small college. We have very dedicated faculty. And because of our size, we do have this flexibility of working directly with each student individually. So I think that's a huge advantage, like that we have this connection built between faculty and students, almost like one-on-one from day one. And I think that helps with efficiency to grow as a student and come to college to learn exactly what you envision for yourself professionally. So I think that's something that might be lacking in a big institution where you have huge classes, one professor, and it's more like a streamlined process without customization and connecting necessarily early on in the coursework. So I think that's a big advantage of LTU.
All right. Thank you very much, Pavlo Sebro. He is associate professor at Lawrence Technological University. He works in finance at the College of Business and Information Technology. The website is ltu.edu, and look for College of Business and IT. And we're hosting the DECA Regional Tournament this Friday, 900 high school students on LTU's campus. The website for that is DECA.org. It is a business instruction organization that teaches high school students about the principles of business and finance.